Hello guys, welcome to the channel for Manias, and today's video we are gonna compare the Huawei P50 Pro versus the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. So guys, this is a 8GB 250 variant of the Snapdragon 888 version, and this is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 version of the 12GB 512GB. And first things first, I want to say you a few things regarding the Huawei P50 Pro. So currently I'm using the Geo SIM in India, and you can see it doesn't comes with Volt. So if I try to make a call, you can see instantly the call would be dropped. See, nothing would happen. So no, I couldn't make any phone calls, and you can see it doesn't comes with Play Store. So, and actually I'm a huge fan of Call of Duty gaming and all, so I couldn't play Call of Duty and all. So you can see Call of Duty gaming, so I couldn't play Call of Duty, as well as I'm using some bank applications. I couldn't use any of them, and the security is compromised. So in those aspects you can just skip the Huawei P50 Pro. Okay, so but still you can see that my one of the main sim is my, that means this is a secondary sim of mine. This my personal sim is on this guy, and this is still I'm using this phone as my secondary. So you might be wondering what is the reason behind this. The reason behind this is just flip my phone. You can see these two eyes. Just because of this I am using this phone. Anyways, let's start from the camera of these two guys. So, and if you compare the camera specifications, the Huawei P50 Pro's main camera is a 50 MP main camera, and then we have a 64 MP telephoto with 3.5x optical, and it comes with OIS also. And if you compare these two cameras, this comes with 50 MP main camera, and versus this comes with 108 MP main camera. And if you compare the periscope telephoto camera, this comes with 64 MP periscope telephoto camera, and this just comes with 10 MP periscope telephoto, and also it comes with a telephoto also. And then we have a 13 MP ultra wide over this guy, and we have a 12 MP ultra wide over this guy. And then I would almost skip it, just have a 40 MP monochrome camera. Actually I would say monochrome camera is not useful for most of the guys, because it's just a sort of some filtered camera effects. I didn't like the monochrome camera much. You can see it applies you can see a black and white shade like this, or some unique shade. So I'm not a fan. So instead of this mono camera, if they upgraded their ultra wide, or something like that, then it would be super useful. Okay, or a normal telephoto would be super useful apart from this monochrome camera. So I'm not a fan of that. And if you compare the front camera, this just comes 13 MP selfie camera versus 40 MP selfie camera on the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Okay, now comes to the main thing, that's the camera UI. So at a glance, if you take some default shots, always the S22 Ultra is a bit ahead of the Huawei P50 Pro. But the thing is not that, guys. So if you compare the modes, that means the modes available, you can see it has like a smooth A color, like a standard vivid A color, background color, that means suspense. Tons of features, tons of customization options are available over here, and you can see many of the options. You can see the beautification mode, everything is available. And if you compare the Galaxy S22 Ultra's video mode, you can see it is very limited. So you can see over here few of the options, and you can see it's have just some few filters as well as the face smoothing and all. But if you compare with this effects, these are really good. Some premium type of effects are applying on this especially for the three of them. That means the Lakers smooth is really good if I compare with others. And in this guy it's just fine. I would say it's just fine for the Galaxy S22 Ultra. So if I switch the modes of the Huawei P50 Pro, this is stunning awesome on the Huawei P50 Pro, especially in the photos. Also we are getting the similar effects also. So you can see in photos also we are getting the similar premium set of effects and all. Okay, so regarding the, you can see here is also we are getting some view of the filters, but it is not as good as we seen on the what we call Huawei P50 Pro. Then the next thing is regarding the video capabilities, and actually if both can record, you can see let me show you. So you can see both can record the maximum footages. So you can see 4K at 60 fps, 4K, and you can record the frame rate at 60 fps. And same with this guy, you can see also record 8K with this guy. So you can see 4K at 60 fps. But the thing is, once there are some influencers who just edit their videos within the phone by using any third-party stuff. The thing is, when we record a video in the 4K, and if we have suppose 5 minutes of 5 videos, and if you merge them, it would be 25 minutes, but each of the 4K at 60 fps would be converted after editing. It would be one do 1080p at 30 or 1080. It wouldn't be maintained at 4K at 30 fps. I just have same issue on the S22 Ultra also. It just descales the resolution. But the thing with the Huawei's P50 Pro is it just maintains the exact so if I do just an edit, so I will just quickly show you. So if I edit, and you can see a stunning video editor. If I compare the both of them video, let me show you. So you can see this is the video editor options, and you can see stunning options are available. This is a next level type of video editor for this guy. You can see stunning level of options, and whereas you can get only limited options for this guy regarding some basic set of options, but still it is good. I'm not directly comparing, but if you compare the video editor features, this is on next level. You can see effects, filters, transitions are much more smoother. That means much more easy to access, and everything is really good. And the next main thing is if you try to export, and if you I just merge one more video to show that how does that work. So I just import one more video. You can see it is asking for HD quality, and just try to import, and then I try to export. Then it would be so if I try to export, sorry, next once again let me try to add one more video. Okay, so guys, you can see that this is a 3840 into 2160. That means it's a quad HD at 60 fps. And I just edit, and I just add one more video same as this guy, and that would be what we call, okay, so that would be this one. Let me, so let me add this. So it asks for the import HD quality, so I just done import, and if I done export, you can see this is it. So you can see the resolution. So you can set the same resolution as 4K at 60, and you can see it's 5 GB approximately. And if I just scale down to 30 fps, it would be reduced to, it shows the exact 2.9 GB. And if I reduce 180p, it's just 156 MB. So that's really good. Really, I would say, if you are just a sort of influencer and wish to take a secondary phone, actually this I mean it's secondary phone, there is no issues on using ideas in Airtel. That means it supports 2G, 3G, 4G, normal 4G and also, but its Volt is not available for the this guy. You can see Geo is not supporting Volt. So in just for the camera, you can pick this Huawei P50 Pro. Incredible camera. Now let's talk about the camera samples really quick. And you can see at a glance itself, you can notice the color difference between both. This is really, you can see the colors of the Galaxy S22 is really sharp. And if you compare the Huawei P50 Pro, it's just like a normal tones as we see on the iPhone, like processing and all. And actually the Galaxy S22 Ultra get really close up to, whereas this can be locked at this point. Let us show you another scenario of the sky where you can understand the color difference. You can see the blue color, so it's really sharp, versus this is the exact color, I would say, which is exact. That obviously the Huawei P50 Pro takes exact color. And if you just look at the trees over there, that means the coconut trees, and you can see that the difference is also there. The colors are seems to be, and bit more detailing is for this guy. And actually I would say I also like this one because the natural tone processing with a light vibrancy, that means a perfect level of maintenance is on Huawei P50 Pro. So it's really hard, but if you are just going to the color vibrancy, then you can pick this guy. And also the better levels of zooming, you can see it really close to the subject. Okay, so that's also its fact. It's basically depends upon your personal preference. And next you can see another some similar photos, and again you can get really close over this guy. And I think you can see better details on the leaves are maintained for the Huawei P50 Pro if you compare with the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Okay, nice move. And then it's an HDR scenario. You can see both struggles, but actually I think it's better, slightly better than on the Huawei P50 Pro. You can see the details are more visible over here. And if you observe, yeah, it can get really close, but still the details are a bit more visible over there. Another scenario, almost say this comes with almost same output. Okay, not much difference anyways. And let us look at few more samples. So you can see, okay, so it's done nicely on both, and the colors seems to be again sharp on this way, and this seems to be almost same on both of them, as you guys can see. Okay, brilliantly done. And next is struggling situation where the sunlight is directly over there, and you can see the Galaxy S22 Ultra manages it's really good, whereas the Huawei P50 Pro styles a bit, but still it maintains. But I would say clear win for the Galaxy S22 Ultra because it maintains really well if you compare with the both of them. Okay, and another scenario, and this scenario also the Huawei P50 Pro is slightly better, not a huge margin. And next, the 100x zooming, both support 100x zooming, but a detail, that means especially it is done on the after processing, as well as everything is really, so you can see the difference between the coconut on both of them. You can see a lot of detail, especially with the colors as well as the natural tones as well as the detailing. Everything is really good on the Galaxy S22 Ultra. That's also a really nice thing. And then let's look at the camera, front camera samples. Obviously you can see the detailing you're getting on the Galaxy S22 Ultra. So let me zoom in. Okay, so you're missing out the details. You can see clearly, you are missing out the details on the PPT, but still both are taking stunning. But the level of detailing you are getting on the Galaxy S22 is really insane. And you can see in almost every scenarios the Galaxy S22 Ultra is ahead. And the next thing is all these photos are taken on the default settings. And if we switch the settings, that means I already mentioned that we have Leica modes, tons of Leica modes are available. So if I just switch these modes and take the perfect shot as I wish, then the output of the Huawei P50 Pro is almost close, or I would say it's yeah, or I would say almost close to the Galaxy S22 Ultra. So that's a really nice move. And in more, we can see few more options are available for both of them. And you can see the main thing I need to tell about this guy is story creator mode, which we have some default. We are getting few modes like this, and we can adjust the videos in accordance with that. So we are getting a template. We need to doesn't need to work further on this module. So just edit the video to that, and instantly you are getting the video. So that's also really nice. Then apart from that, we are getting super slow motion option over here, and then panorama, single take, and a few modes. And also we are getting the airline, slow motion, panorama, monochrome, dual video, front and back. And we are getting director's view over here also. I would show you the director's view really quick. So you can see the director's option where you can use three cameras as well as along with the front camera. And also here we are getting the option called dual view, that means front and back at the same time, but you just uses any of the one camera. So that's the difference. So here is sample of the director's view, as you guys can see. So you can switch these three cameras, that means three rear cameras along with the front camera is over there. And here we are getting just the front camera as well as just the rear camera as well as the front camera. Okay. Next is regarding the rear camera video solution, and I'm really surprised for the output. First of all, I would show you on the rear camera video solution. This is the Huawei P50 Pro, and you can just check the stabilization. I was running really fast, and you can see, oof, really nice. And let me show you the Galaxy S22 Ultra also. Okay, I think slightly better is done on the Galaxy S22 if we compare them both side by side, but it's really good on both of them. Okay, so that's was it regarding the camera comparison between the Galaxy S22 versus the Huawei P50 Pro. And this guy over here is a purely camera centric smartphone, and if you're buying it in India, make sure that you wouldn't get VOD, you wouldn't get the latest updates, you wouldn't get the Play Store security patches, and you can't use the bank apps, you can't use the latest games. You can, yes, obviously you can download from the third party stuffs, but it won't be a stable version. Maybe you can have some issues. So apart from that, for these two eyes over here, you can definitely pick the Huawei P50 Pro, and you can buy it directly from the Amazon. If you're in India, you can have some really good offers. I think it would be around 55 to 60k for the Huawei P50 Pro at Amazon at a great Indian festival or some similar offers. So guys, that's all for today. Signing off, it's Phone Mania.